And hello, beautiful ladies of the Secret Code and the Digital Charm class. I am so super excited to do this experience with you, which means I'm totally grateful. I'm so blessed to have you at a time such as this for this season. And so I'm really, really excited to use one of Margot's words to put this all up under one umbrella. So I've kind of done marketing things with my, I've done marketing things with my community. I've done mindset, but I have not put it all together in one package so that it feels flowy, seamless, and fun for women. And so you ladies are almost my guinea pig. So for that, I appreciate you. But today I just wanted to do a little housekeeping and to go into our first topic, that is, what is your brand? So by now, you've already taken the Brand Genius quiz, and I'm looking for the other, for your appointment so we can go over that. It is hella fun. Margot had a great time this morning. I had a great time doing it with her as well. So I want to do a couple of things: the housekeeping, and I'm going to pull up the Digital Charm class. I'm going to share my screen just to go over this again, just in case, you needed this extra little help. And here is the community. You see it? Does everybody see the community? Awesome. Thumbs up. So every time we have any event or section, yes, Margot, if you got a notification an hour early, that means you may need to change the settings in your phone or in Messenger, okay? Because as you can clearly see, we're going to have these sessions every Monday, the lectures every Monday at 1, and we'll do the labs, hands-on shit, going over, reviewing your homework and stuff on Thursdays, same time, 1 o'clock Central. Now remind me, Krista, where you are in the world. You can put it in the comments if you can't find the button. Margot is in Texas. So I think, are we all Central? It'd just be so much easier. I added all of these to my Google Calendar. I only had to push one button. I had to create one event, do it other than, do the custom design where it did it every Monday and Thursday, and it sends me a notification 30 minutes and an hour before the session. Ladies, I said that because I want your best self to show up. I want you to show up for yourself in this program, not just for me, but this can serve as an incubator for you as to how you show up for yourself in your business. I remember our coach telling us that the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So if you show up and show out in this program, connect, give feedback, give of yourself so I'll have something to work with, guess what? You'll do that in the outside world as well. So show up for yourself, hold each other accountable, do the assignments, stay on task. I know 8 weeks sounds like a long time, but if you get off track with the assignments and the trainings, you will fall behind. And what will you do? Week 3, you'll get disgusted, frustrated, and you'll be like, you know what? I'm already behind. I'll quit. So stay on task. If you need help, like Margot did in the events, let me know if you're not going to be able to be there live, or you're not going to be there. I would prefer, of course, if everybody shows up live, but I understand that there might be some instances where you might do a replay. But if that be the case since it's a smaller group, I only accepted 5 in this program for this purpose, so we can stay together, get the best bang for our buck. It's going to be a lot of intensive work, so I didn't want a lot of ladies in it. But if 2 of y'all are not going to be there, or all 3 of you not going to be there, there's something that we can know and I can reschedule. Is that fair? So go to the event section. Let me know. Hey, let's go to one. Nikisha, I can't make the one on February 11th. I've got a hot date, a pre-Valentine, Galentine date. Just put it in there. That lets me know who I should expect to see on live and who I need to touch base with after the replay. So stay with it. You can do this. It's 8 weeks. You can commit to anything for 60 days, right? You're actually not just going and branding or rebranding yourself, but you're also developing a habit of spending time with you and your business. So don't get behind, show up, ask questions. Speaking of questions, any questions that you have, I want you to post them right here. Everybody has a beautiful portal. You got a question? Put that question in the portal. With the new groups, even though that we're a small number, sometimes they get lost in the news feed, in the timeline. I've noticed that I've had about 40 ladies in one of my programs at once, but I didn't see all of their posts when they post them. So if you've got a question, drop it in your portal, all right? Your homework, because you're going to have a homework assignment today. Put the response in this comment box. Put it right here, and that way I can go straight to Krista and see exactly what she's working on. Miss Grant's assignment has been done. Speaking of assignments, Nikisha, I'm lost. I don't know what we're supposed to do for homework. Don't fret, beautiful. It's right here in the unit section. All of the homework will be in the unit section. It lets me know when you have, and it should let you know as well when you've completed it, right? Did it give you that thumbs up? Don't scratch your head, Margaret. Margot, did it let you know when you were going through the program, if it was complete and whatnot done? Awesome. So you know what our schedule is for Mondays. And I did say tentative because if you guys are moving quickly, which I'm sure you will, we may readjust some things. We might come to some things a little sooner, right? If you're planning to do a big event, we won't wait to do the story at the end. We'll do it on the third lesson. So it's tentative in that nature. Now, the first assignment was right here. Let's see what our assignment was. Because sometimes my things act a little wonky. Okay, what? Okay, here we go. Your assignment was to do a cleanup. Presentation is everything. We know that, right? So if you painted your house, you know, Margot is in the process of selling her house. Now, how effective would it have been if she put it on the market and just painted over the old paint? So hope you did this. Do a timeline cleanup. That means to get rid of anything with 3 or less likes. Y'all, it doesn't mean anything. There's no judgment against you, but we do recognize that we live in a visual world, and we aspire to get social recognition. So if we've got posts that didn't resonate with our tribe, that's all that means, right? I put shit out there sometimes, and even though I've gotten posts with 80 likes, 100 likes, 200, I've gotten a post, y'all, with 300 likes. But I put some things out there, it might have gotten 1 like. Now, I've been out there a year. Sometimes I just get an attitude and be like, I'm leaving it out there. Man, that's how I feel. I just was sharing how I feel, right? But at other times, I'll be like, oh, okay, that was a horrible post. My tribe said, we don't want to hear that from you. That's all it means. That's all it means. It's data. You're a business owner. If you've got a post that's generating a lot of what I call it, a lot of love, then take that as a sign. My tribe wants to see and hear more of this from me. Don't get an attitude. Don't get in your feelings. Don't get hurt. If there's something that has 5 or less likes or hearts, that just means they liked it, okay, they saw it, but it didn't resonate. That's all it means. Right, because at the end of the day, we're branding you, not your business, not your company, not your family reunions, not Toastmasters. This is all about you. So I hope you did that. If you hadn't, jump to it. So this is the beginning of the year. It is time. At this point in people's years, they're generally resetting, restarting. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to take this as an opportunity to push the reset button. We all do it, right? And you don't need a January 1 to reset. I'm resetting again February 1. But this is your season of focus. So for the next 8 weeks, I want you. And I want you to want you. All right, vote for yourself for the next 8 weeks. Do what you have to do to make it on here live. If you can't, promptly watch the replay as if you were there with us in the spirit. Okay, do the homework assignments and focus. So we're talking about branding. And one thing I want to lay the foundation for is this notion that around money and your business. So we grew up in a system where we believed that we worked, we got paid, trading dollars for hours. So we want to dissolve this idea and eventually eliminate it from our philosophy, our belief system, that there's only one way to make money or to create money, because the only people that's making money are in a mint. Because if you start making it, Crystal, they're going to come get you, right? We create money. Deuteronomy 8:18, and I'm not a Bible scholar, I just know a good book when I read one. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, I give you power to create wealth. So there's no one way for you to generate income. And over the course of this 8 weeks, I hope you discover other income generating ways that's even beyond your network marketing company, your bird company, your coaching business. You may create a widget. Ecclesiastes 12 and chapter 13 says that he'll give you whimsical ideas and witty inventions. That's the first identity that we had, that we were aware of, that of a creator. You were created in the goddess's image. In God's image. Creator. That's the only thing we knew the first chapter. He created. You create. So there are ways that you can generate income. So I don't want us to get stuck. You might be thinking right now, okay, I'm creating my branding for this. Well, at the end of the day, you might have created ways to do this, 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 and this. So I don't want us to get stuck. We are entrepreneurs, yes? We're entrepreneurs, which means that old employee mindset where we have to work to get money, out the window. The other concept, entrepreneurs, that we also have to dismiss is that we're going to make the money tomorrow. If you're an employee, it works that way, clockwork. But see, you might be planting seeds for the next 8 weeks, for the next 8 months, for the next 3 years, and not turn a profit. Your traditional brick and mortar mom and pop shop, 3 to 5 years before they turn over a profit. Which is why what I have to say next is going to be so important. So whatever you choose, you gotta just freaking love it. Because you're not gonna get paid today for it. You gotta love it so much. You gotta love it so much that you remind yourself when you're not getting paid, well, freak, I mean, I love this. I would really do this for free, but we don't do shit for free, okay? But I love it like that because you will get discouraged. You will want to quit. You will want to throw in the towel. But when it's something that you love, like Krista loves them birds, ain't no separation. I'm not going to not love birds just because I didn't turn a buck. I'm not going to not love my birds. So whatever you decide to do, Margot, you better love it. Because you might not make the big dollars planting the seeds. So you have to be mindful of that. You have to think like a farmer and not like an employee. I'm planting these seeds. I'm watering it. I'm giving it proper sunlight, like my beautiful tulips. They're gorgeous. They are so beautiful. I got my roses back here, and I got my tulips. I know! Don't you love it? So, I'm giving it fertilizer. I'm giving it proper sunlight. If there are flowers that need darkness, I'm making sure it's in a dark, dampy area. I'm doing what I have to do, but I'm still planting. A farmer never goes out, plant seeds on Monday and dig it up on Thursday. Where are my damn apples? Right? So you gotta love what you do. And we'll talk about, I'm gonna give you a little a brainstorming activity, some prompts to encourage you to begin to get out of this employee mindset. Right? There's only, y'all, when we think of it like this, all we need is time, and that's what we have. So it encourages us to be consistent. So I'm on this journey with y'all. What y'all are doing, I'm doing too. All right, rebrand myself again after this. So all you have is time, and we are timeless. We are eternal. So I never want you to feel like there's shit that's got to get done, other than my assignments. But nothing is wrong and nothing is undone. You're right where you're supposed to be. This is not happenstance or coincidence that you and I are here sharing this moment in life. This was seen eons ago, right? So you got to love it. You got to enjoy it. Now, let me get off this screen, get on my notes. What we're talking about when we talk about branding is character. A brand that reflects you and your personality. And that's what I try to do when I create people's charm names, right? I figure, even though I hadn't had a lot of conversations with some of the ladies in my community, or who are in my community, or my one-on-one clients, if you'll go to Secret Code, you'll see all of their names. And just like yours were in there. And y'all, every one of them says, oh my gosh, that's me. It fits them to the T. Because as a magician, I'm really perceptive about people and their personalities, even the parts of them that they don't want to show. Okay? So I'm excited to do that part with you. But understand that your branding, we are creating a character. What's her name? Brand. She wrote this book, and you've heard this quote, life is a stage. Y'all, it really is. And you can be whoever you want to be. If you can release this notion that you got to be who you used to be. You don't have to, and you're not required to be the person you were 6 minutes ago, 6 months ago, 6 years ago, 16 years ago in my case, 36 years ago, 45 years ago. You can be in this life stage who you want to be. Because whoever you are, people are going to love you. Your people are going to love you. So when we talk about branding, we're talking about building a brand that represents you and your personality. And can you remember the last time, or can you even remember who you were before the world told you who you should be? Do you remember who that person was? Y'all, we, through our life experiences, through our parents' rearing, through our upbringing, through our indoctrination, we have covered who we really are, to appease, to seek approval and acceptance, sometimes just to survive. But in this experience, we're going to pull away the onion layers, or at least begin to, and you've got to continue the work. It's a daily work. Zig Ziglar says it's just like a shower. You got to do it every day. Every day you got to find another reason to fall in love with yourself, right? So Understand that that's what we're doing. We're like a slab of marble. And there's a greatness in us. I know you've heard speakers and trainers and transformational leaders say that, but we haven't shown the world yet, have we, Margot? And the thing is that building or brand building is actually a misnomer, because actually it's looking out at what we have and looking inward and removing everything that doesn't communicate to the world the best version of ourselves. So have you heard this, have you seen these, and I'm sure Krista has, these animals, these spirit animals, bears. I'm a bear and an orca, right? Or these totem poles, and they're so beautifully, magically carved. And you're like, how did these people carve this big chunk of wood into an animal, a creature that is beautiful? You know how they do it? Anybody care to answer? How do they do that? You can unmute yourself. The Native American artists carve those big old bears. You've seen them. Those bears, sometimes they'll have a Native American holding a spear or something.
Yes.
One little piece at a time.
One little piece at a time. What else? And they also carve away everything that's not a bear. That's it. That's what branding is. That's what you will be doing. Carving away everything that's not a magician. That's not a tropical charm. So my mission is to help you during this experience discover the amazing part of you that you have hidden under the surface, beneath the radar, under other people's expectations of you. We're going to figure out how to remove all these should do's and should be's. During our Branding Genius call today, Margot was like, I was wondering if I should. Of course you should. It's never a question. If it comes to your mind, y'all, it just could be an inspired download. How did it make you feel when you got it? How did it make you feel when you got it? Not how did it make you feel when you thought of doing it. How did it make you feel when the download or the inspiration came? Of course you should. So none of this shit about should or should not, should do, should be, I can't, none of that language. Y'all, we are getting rid of that language, even in this training. None of that. We're going to uncover your best self. And so we're going to curate down to the most possible, most powerful expression of you and your business. So just imagine if you had a new friend, right? Imagine meeting a new friend. Margot and Krista, I suspect y'all are just meeting. Well, we're attracted to people who have an interesting personality, right? We like people who are certain of themselves, and we like people that share their common beliefs or worldviews. We didn't say we like all of the beliefs that people share, but we know when somebody says something that resonates with us, we immediately, y'all, it's science, we immediately like them. We don't love people pleasers, accommodators, whiners, who try to be everything or everyone to everybody. We don't like shifty people who only change depending on who they're around. We want friends who are steadfast and sure of their identity. Drop yes if you would agree with that. Yes, yes, yes. Those are the kind of people we want. So we're attracted to brands in the same way. So we got to identify the core of your brand, your unique perspective, your strengths, your personality, your values, and your beliefs. Then we figure out how to communicate that, y'all, consistently to our ideal clients and customers. Is that something y'all still want to do? Yes. Yes. So what you ladies have already done is determine what your branding genius was. And I'm excited to go over that with you. Margot has discovered hers. And I'm not going to share the others because I hadn't had the call with them yet. So I'll share them all when we've all had our call. It's pretty good shit. But it allows you to, again, remember on the things that I've shared prior to y'all coming into this, that we were going to be deep diving. We're going to do the cute shit, but the cute shit is going to have substance. It's going to be attractive, and it's going to be lead seeking. Okay, so before we know who we are, and we're still knowing who we are, we want to reconnect with that person because that's our brand. It's going to have colors, it's going to have video, it's going to be lights, camera, action, yes. But we first got to get back to the basics. I think somebody even said that as one of their options on that quiz we did, just getting back to the basics. So I want for you, this is your assignment for today, and I'll post it in the units section, and you will post your response in your portal. But I want you to consider the things which we opened with. What do you like to do? What do you love that have no money attached? That's my preference. Writing something, listing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you can actually do, preferably that have no money attached. So it's not going to be your business. And if you say something like, oh, well, I love spending time with my family. We all do. What are you doing when you're spending time with them? Are y'all hiking? Then hiking would be the activity that you put on the list. Reading. What do you like to read? So you got to give me something to work with, right? I can't carve a bear if you're not open. Trying to help you carve away. Yes, let me see your face, beautiful. Let me carve away all the shit that ain't a bear or an orca whale or not Oprah. All right. So what are things that you like to do, love to do? You get lost in time doing it, that preferably are not attached to money. Something that you could get on a live, or if I called you on the phone and you would talk about it. Every time I get on the phone with you, you talking about it. If you were to go live about it, you talk about it, even if you didn't have any views. Been there, done that. Have you ever hopped on a live and just didn't have nobody on there? Really? Okay. With no views, I would talk about this anyway. I love talking about spirituality. I absolutely could talk about it all day long. My family gets tired of me. When I say something that's profound, or I heard a quote, or I'm sharing something that I've read or seen, my boys want to throw up. They call me cringeworthy. Can you just not? Okay, mama. Okay. Oh, all righty. We got it. Yeah. What is that shit? Now, to help you a little bit on those things, because often when I ask women entrepreneurs, and particularly mama women entrepreneurs, of course, mama will be a woman, 5 things they rattle off are, oh my gosh, I don't know, other than my family. Y'all, we got to do better. What do you do? What do you do that you love to do, you could talk about for hours, that's not attached to money? 5 things. Now, let me give you some help on brainstorming. What are you excited about right now? That could be one of the things. What are you excited about right now? Another thing you might want to consider, what have I always been excited about? I was always excited about spirituality. I use this term loosely, the occult, because it's the only word I can use to describe looking and loving, studying the unknown. Okay. Love talking about mindset stuff. I love talking about hair. My mom threatened me when I flunked out of theory my junior year. My mom threatened to put me in hair school. And that was just like throwing Brer Rabbit in the briar patch. I would have gone. What do you love to do that's not attached with money? What is something that you used to say you wanted to be when you grew up as a child? What did you say? I said I wanted to be a doctor. My father was diagnosed with cancer in 86, and all I wanted to do was find a cure. At 39 years old, my father, an otherwise healthy man, developed multiple myeloma, which is an old white man's disease. Here he was, a young 39-year-old Black man, and it manifested itself in the bone marrow, which means that he was in literally balled up, bent over pain for 2 weeks before the diagnosis. Never made it to his 50th birthday. I was like, I've got to be a doctor. I can't see another young daughter see her strong father go through this. I registered for college, 4th generation at this particular school. My first semester in general chemistry. I quit. I was like, this is some bullshit. I want my weekends. Daddy, I love you, but I got to do something else. I'm not liking this. First of all, I'm failing, and it's not driving me enough to push past the failure. So my mom said, baby girl, just major in what you want to major in. I couldn't do math, so I couldn't do med school stuff, right? So I majored in music. It was really simple. Got out in 4 years. No graduate before that time had gotten out in 4 years. I did it with an English minor. And y'all, I eventually became a PhD. So I became a doctor. But when I fell in love with coaching women, I became a healer. So what did you say you wanted to be as a child? What did you say? That'll give you some insight. So just brainstorm. What do you enjoy doing that you've lost? I did calligraphy. My mama, she won't even admit it to the day, bless her heart. But she used to contract me out to do calligraphy gigs. And so when I told her, after I left my 6-figure university administrator gig, she was like, no, you need to go back. Your family's going to fail. That's a pyramid scheme, honey. I can't be involved in no Ponzi scheme. I'm a sitting judge, and I just cannot do that with you. I can't support it. I'm just not going to do it. I was like, Mama, you gave me my first wings as an entrepreneur. You started this. You planted the seed. So, put that bee in your bonnet, Mama. What did you do as a child? Did you read? Did you write journals? Did you do those little quiz books that everybody loved growing up? Did you play marbles? Were you good at hopscotch? Let's go back. And the last thing I want you to consider, to kind of bring this full circle, I mentioned this in the beginning. Man lives! Girl, you in my era. What's decade? I was from decade era. Mad Libs. Oh my gosh, can I just say, I would buy them at the same bookstore. I can't think of that bookstore that used to be in the mall. I would finish the whole thing in like 2 days. Fill in the blank. Come on. So, last thing to consider as you're brainstorming about these 5 things. Do not say to yourself, I can't make money doing that. If you do that, you'll shut down your whole brain. I've seen it happen. Y'all, once you build your tribe and engage them, you can sell them anything. Because they're going to know, like, and trust you. And all things being equal, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So as you're writing these things, you might come up with more than 5. Don't sell yourself short. Don't say, I can't make money doing needlepoint. I can't make money telling people how to move and sell their house in 30 days. It's not going to work. You're going to have to preset your mind. And honestly, it's not your concern about the how. We're just putting it on paper. Nobody would have ever thought that this guy who came on Shark Tank, you probably saw this episode, just a potato. See, inspiration, magician. He got a potato. Yes, love Shark Tank too. And he makes about 10 grand a month writing things on russet potatoes, sending them to people. Don't tell me that you can't create wealth. You want to send a nasty message to your ex? Get this guy. He'll write it on the russet potato and send it to him. 10 grand at minimum at that time. So don't limit yourself. If you love it, we'll figure out a way to make or create an income from it. If you do it well. I didn't set out to do a branding course. But people were asking me, how you do that shit? How do you do that? How do you come up with these ideas? And I was like, okay, this is how I do it. So let me sell it. See if my tribe wants it. Okay? So think activities. And it should take you, a few minutes, maybe more to do that. You might probably already have some ideas. Brainstorm. And when we get these ideas, we're going to incorporate them in your branding. Is that fair enough? All right, beautiful ladies, any questions? We've been on here 45 minutes. That's 15 minutes more than I really want it to be. Any questions? If there are no questions, and if all hearts and minds are at peace, then I will turn you over to doing your homework and having a magical day. You are so welcome, ladies, and I love you to life.